Who are the most underrated PBA bowlers of all time? That's exactly what I aim to find out in my Underrated Bowlers video series. We all remember the big names over the years, but there's been some incredible talents that have flown under the radar, and now it's time to give those players the recognition they deserve. In this video, I'm shining the spotlight on some of the underrated stars of the PBA, bowlers who deserve way more credit than they get. You probably won't hear their names included in the greatest of all time conversation, but their skills and impact on the lanes speak for themselves. This is now part 5 of my Underrated PBA Bowler series, and please do let me know what your list would be in the comment section below, and you never know, I might make another part to this one. I've picked out 5 more bowlers and I will explain my reasoning for their inclusion on this list as we go through this video. So we'll start off with number 1, Chris Vai.
Careful. How does he attack this? In the 10th. Big strike for Vai.
It's shocking to me that Chris Vai only has one singles title, which was the 2021 US Open. He does have a second title, which was a doubles event. He always seems to be a factor in the major tournaments, and in fact, the majority of his top 5 finishes have been in the majors. However, he still only has one title, which is what I think makes him so underrated. He's an extremely consistent performer that makes TV shows regularly, season after season. It just hasn't translated yet into that many wins. However, given how consistent he is, surely it has to be only a matter of time before he wins another singles title, and maybe in a few years' time, he'll move away from the underrated category. Number 2, Ernie Schlegel.
Leading going into that game, and Ernie bowled a pretty good game. Missed a spare shot, 256. That's not bad. Lost by 23 pins.
Can strike all day long, but he gets distracted easily. As he gets back into it now.
A lot of speed here, John.
Look good.
For that strike. No freebies here. No freebies. Ooh, he likes it. Who's getting me now?
He's talking to Boss. He's trying to make Boss think a little bit here.
Now, of course, pretty much everybody knows Ernie Schlegel in particular for his flamboyant style and unique personality. He really was a true character, but I still think he's very underrated for a couple of reasons. Mainly because Ernie really was an action bowler. In the 60s, that's what he did, bowling in local centres for money, and he was regarded as one of the best action bowlers there was. Really, the PBA didn't suit him because he was a loose cannon, to say the least, and that's demonstrated by the fact that when he expressed interest in joining the tour in 1964, he was actually refused. He only received a membership in '68 once he'd straightened himself out. For the first 12 years on tour, Schlegel stood out as one of the most distinguished non-winners, bowling in over 300 events, winning around $235,000. But it wasn't until his 37th birthday in 1980 that he won his first title. He did win 4 more titles in the 80s, but went on a 6-year title drought and would win 2 more titles at the end of his career, both of which were majors. At 52 years of age, he won the 95 Touring Players Championship, which was of course the famous Randy 8-pin moment, and then he won the Masters the following year. So when you look at his career, really he did struggle quite a bit on the tour, and given how good he was, he could have easily won more titles. I think the fact he went so long without winning a title when he joined the tour puts him in that underrated category. And just before we move on, I want to mention I released a video yesterday about the recent announcement of the various bowling balls that will be discontinued. There were some in there that were surprising, including the Attention Star and some really good bowling balls that will soon be discontinued. In that video, I talk about the 3 bowling balls that I think are too good not to buy before they're gone for good. So if that sounds interesting, you can watch that video by clicking the link above. Number 3. Mark Williams.
1985, when the Hartford opened from behind and win the Firestone. Here's his opponent, can stop it. Ooh. And this is the one that's been giving everybody trouble.
Get up. Get up.
Long follow through. We're in the 7th game.
Mark Williams is another bowler who is extremely underrated. He won 7 titles, but 3 of those were actually majors. And he actually won the Tournament of Champions twice. This made him one of only 9 bowlers to win the TOC multiple times. He's also won 4 senior titles, and Mark was inducted into the PBA Hall of Fame in 1999 and the USBC Hall of Fame in 2021, but I think people really do forget just how good of a bowler he is. Number 4. Patrick Healy Jr.
The 4th game to extend it to 5. He did it, started with the first 7. Now he finds himself here today.
With all the friction balls being used.
Well, anticipation is one of the ingredients that professional bowlers got to have. They got
5th frame, up 20. Flush in the pocket. 7th frame, Healy Jr. Huge shot.
And there's another perfect one.
Next up is Patrick Healy Jr., who won 3 titles, 1 in 2002 and 2 in 2003. His last win was the Tournament of Champions, where he beat Randy Peterson in the final. He lost in 5 title matches in his career and had a number of top 5 finishes. So clearly he had a very solid pro career and had the potential to win even more. Watching back some old clips here, you can see he had an excellent game, and he's somebody I think many people will forget is a major champion. Definitely somebody who flies under the radar, but a very talented bowler. Number 5. Tommy DeLuce Jr.
That's the Tommy DeLuce that we were talking about. This right lane. Oh, he got the wiggle from the 7 again. Wow, what a break. That'll work. That'll work. Good smile.
Finally, we have Tommy DeLuce Jr., who won just 2 titles but did have many top 5 finishes in his career. Despite not winning more, he was a really great player with a style that reminds me of somebody like Ryan Schaefer. After winning his first title in 1999, he was determined to win again and did so in 2001, beating Chris Barnes to win the Long Island Open. He had some really solid performances in the years after that, including 3 top 5 finishes in 2008 alone, but he would not win another title. And so that brings us to an end of this video. Those were my picks for some of the most underrated PBA bowlers of all time. Let me know if you agree with my picks, and if you've got any other suggestions, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. If you have enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Well, that's going to do it from me for today, and as always, thank you bowling fans, and see you all next time.